Gero here for Umbra Games with a review of Forza Horizon 4, played on an Xbox One physical copy for the review. I guess at this point I might as well admit to myself that I'm a pretty big racing game fan. As such, I'm still trying to find that specific subgenre that I enjoy the most. The Forza Horizon series brings a large open world with collectibles, tons of cars to collect, and you drive to icons on the map to start your next event, which immediately hits a few of my criteria for a fun game. The Horizon Festival is a giant party where racers take over a region and compete to be the best. The first game took place in the United States, specifically in the Colorado area. 2 took place in Mediterranean Europe, including some places in Italy. The third game moved the festival to the Australian outback, and this fourth game takes place in a sort of condensed version of parts of Great Britain. Now, as a disclaimer, I temporarily skipped Horizon 3 in lieu of 4 because I had a friend that had a copy and we wanted to play through cooperatively, which can be good for review because there will likely be fewer comparisons without knowledge of the previous entry. Forza Horizon 4 does sort of step away from a campaign in the traditional sense. There are events that count their completion as well as side stories and jumping and stunt events, but it's lacking a feeling of true campaign progression, and it's more about building personal stats and records. In Horizon, cars are rated by class from D to S2, and when you approach an event, you can pick whatever class you want within that desired vehicle type, and your competition will automatically match your choice. Often, you'll want to try to make sure to pick vehicles towards the top of that 100 range within the class to make sure that you keep up. When you complete an event, you'll be awarded experience points for your driver level, as well as for the particular type of event category. Notice I said complete the race because you don't have to win to reap the rewards. In fact, most of the time in comparing credits and event experience while playing co-op with Velcro, it didn't matter if one of us was first and the other last. Sometimes the loser would get more money or experience. It did seem the final big races, unlocked after reaching specific levels in 3 of the event types, it did require a victory to be complete. But again, don't expect credits to roll. As I said, there really isn't a true feeling campaign. And instead, Horizon 4 shifts towards a game as a service, boasting new events on a weekly basis. With that stance though, there is a ton of content here. There is a difficulty setting that you can change at any time, offering you bonus experience for the harder difficulty. It really did seem random how hard the AI was going to push you though. There are times when even in a faster car, we could never catch the lead guy. Not because we were hitting things or being slowed down or driving poorly, just sometimes on the same difficulty that lead car would just decide to do a perfect run, somehow at top speed. Other times it seems if you take the lead, the competition will kind of just go limp and give up, letting you keep first without a fight. I guess inconsistent may be the best word to describe our experience. Not only can you play the preset events, but you can actually use a blueprint tool to change them as you wish. When starting an event, you can invite other racers from your particular instance world, and you can also start a convoy made up of friends or even strangers if you wanted, and you can race as a team where your combined score earned from your place adds up together, or go head to head. Some of the content changes with the new seasonal functionality. Every, seemed to be real-time week, the world would shift seasons between spring, summer, fall, and winter, altering the foliage and the condition of the streets. There's even little nifty things like the lakes freezing over and allowing you passage during the winter where it's not at other times. The team did an amazing job with this implementation. As has become a fad with the series, microtransactions are everywhere, from icons on your map that require paid DLC to browsing through the auto show, finding a car you like just to see a real money symbol on it. As you level up, you earn spins on a wheel that award cars or money and tons of clothes and emotes that you see during load screens, as well as various tones of car horns. Now, I know character customization and emotes are a big thing these days, but I think really the value there is emoting when you feel the emote, not poses while you're waiting on a loading screen. But it's likely the developer wanted to give constant rewards and maybe just handing out cash and cars didn't provide enough content, so they added these? I don't know. There are a few kinds of collectibles still around in this iteration, including influence boards you can smash to increase your total, and fast travel boards, where each one you find reduces the cost of fast traveling around the map. Barn finds are also here again, giving you a large radius to search for a small barn with the reward of a rare car that gets added to your garage and fixed up by the Horizon staff. You can also buy houses all around the island, and when you move in, serves as your garage, and you can also fast travel between them. There is an amazing level of car customization in this game. Since I'm not really into that though, I didn't mess with it a bunch, and I'm told from veteran players that's likely why I felt most cars felt like I was driving on ice. I think we only ended up with a handful of good-feeling useful cars right out of the box, without doing the micromanaging of each vehicle, which was a little disappointing. We'd unlocked so many cars, drive them once, and then put them away for the tried-and-true selections. Give me a giant mech and I'll customize it all day. When it comes from cars, aside from a paint job or two, just give it to me complete. But the cars are beautiful. This may be the best looking racing game out there right now. From the vehicles to the environments, even when moving fast, things maintain a pretty crisp 3D appearance and the textures appear super dense. Now, as you perform various stunts or drive cleanly, you can run up combos that add to a meter, allowing you to level it up and earn stars. Each car has a menu with specific perks that can be unlocked for varying star prices, increasing points earned from stunts and other bonuses. Stars earned while driving can also be applied to any car, not just the one you earn them with. If you make a mistake while driving, the rewind feature is still here, which is super helpful, or cheating I guess, in single player, as it rewinds all racers. While this feature can be used in multiplayer though, it doesn't rewind everyone else, so unless you catch a missed checkpoint the millisecond it happens and rewind, versus waiting for the game to reset you to that checkpoint, it's really not going to be of much use. Velcro and I did have several issues with network connectivity, and the game will stall and make you think it's working for quite a while before telling you that it's giving up. To access the last event, you actually really have to grind a particular category of races. And one play session, we found it much quicker and less stressful just to grind in our old solo games while chatting via Xbox Live Party, rather than waiting for the game to load each time and error out a lot, which is sort of another issue with the campaign as well. Having completed all events of the type and having to redo some for hours just to get a final event to show up that we only knew existed because we looked online. But again, this game obviously was designed less as a campaign mode racer for completionists and more as an open-ended game as a service for those that like the infinite content approach. Horizon radio stations return, giving you genre options for music while you drive, and I guess that you should be able to find something that you like amidst the choices. So yeah, as we look at pros and cons here like I normally do, I'm going to leave a lot of this in the plus-minus neutral category because it's not for me to tell you what you want in your racing games. I'm just here to give you the info and let you decide if it's for you. Forza Horizon 4 is beautiful, from its cars to its seasonal altered landscapes. There are tons of vehicles to unlock, also a lot of clothes and emotes for your driver that's only seen during loading screens. The game has moved from a more traditional campaign to a game as a service, offering alterable events and new swapped content weekly. There's quite a bit of DLC that's often attempted to be sold to you, lots of event types, lots of trackable objectives. It's fully co-op when the network works, and allowing for racing convoys or whole instance world participation. The open world is back with collectibles as well. Rated as an open world racing game on my personal scale, where 0 is the worst, 100 is perfect, and 50 is your average game, Forza Horizon 4 hits a 73 out of 100. This is Gero from Umbra Games. Thanks for watching.